Yo, what's happening, world? Name's Raheem Flowers, and I've just been pondering on a thought process, and I'm not gonna front. A part of what prompted me to make a video was a response that Star made to that gerbil, Hamsterdemics, academics, and he was talking about, what they normally talk about, because Star as well is an outlet to dysfunction, or as Chronicles of Judah would say, an agent of chaos. Anywho, so even though Star is an outlet of dysfunction, there was still a lot of validity to what he said. And one thing I can respect about a dude like Star is that he is very impartial, especially when it comes to the whole spectrum of the industry, the music industry. And I was thinking about how he was talking about academics being an addict of Henny and him not understanding the metaphysics, just the whole dynamic of hip hop. And I've been studying that shit since like 2016, 2017. I've been studying that, and I'm glad that he brought that up. In addition to that, it also made me think about how us, and I say us, I mean the so-called black man, how we need to get in this world. And something I've always stressed out and emphasized, maybe not in my videos, but in real life in person. And that's to always keep your receipts, because when you keep your receipts, then that alleviates any room for an individual to go and deflect. You have no choice. You are forced to be honest. And if you're not honest, then you lose all your credibility, thus messing up whatever endeavors and whatever business that you intended on delving into initially. Also, this video is just, to encourage the young black men out there, the young brothers and sisters who are listening too, but primarily the young brothers out there, to go for what you want to go for, just like I did. I'm going through my own shortcomings, dropped out of college, had to work at warehouse jobs, being forced to live with my own people. But, luckily for me, that I use social media the way it was supposed to be used, and that's to network with other individuals all across the world. And I want all the young brothers out there to do the same thing. No need to just try, and don't do this to impress no random broad that you're just trying to smash and nail and make your concubine or your thought, your side chick. I'm saying do this so you can secure your future for yourself and potential future seed. I encourage young black men to get self-educated personally, because you learn a limited amount in college and they teach you what they want to teach you, especially when you're around a whole bunch of white liberals and you get taught the school system. It's like the elementary school and middle school, high school, all that stuff are really just all a part of one Masonic atmosphere. For real. That's one of the reasons why they encourage people not to get so deep into politics and religion. Because to be honest with you, that's actually one of the tenets to being a Freemason. Yup. Which, down the line, I'll delve into certain things about my past, back when I was like 18 in 2010. But for now, I just want to encourage young brothers to be self-educated. If you got to learn things from books, if you got to learn things from YouTube, or if you know somebody in your personal life who has excelled and have a profession in a certain subject that you want to engage in. But the whole thing with college, like going to college and universities, you should just, if you're going to take that route, take what you can get from it, but don't just be the type of person who just processes it, memorizes it, and regurgitate it. Actually have your own thought process. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Because lately in this world, we just been going through these frenzies. I like to call it the cybernetic Babylon. And everybody out here is either woke, Everybody out here is on that feminist shit. Everybody out here is on the LGBTQ community, homosexual, pansexual movement. But most people don't talk about the real topics and things that need to be stated. See, when the so-called black man does better, honestly, America has done better. If you look at the Harlem Renaissance and all those Afro-Cubans who were playing jazz, and New York was economizing, whether you think about Tulsa, Oklahoma, whether you think about Rosewood in Florida, whether you think about brothers like Booker T. Washington, when you think about people who organize communities like Marcus Garvey, you know, you even in this day and age, you have brothers like Robert F. Smith. He's a brother who's actually all his caliber, like when it comes to his wealth and his finances, he's not that far from Oprah. Even though I would argue that Robert F. Smith is a brother whose cause seems more legitimate, less chaotic, and more progressive, productive. You know, that's what I'm gonna say to that. He's encouraging young entrepreneurs, young black men, black people all across the board to go for things like computer science. And you don't hear about Robert F. Smith being addressed like that. You will hear Black Girls Rock being addressed like that. You even have a school in Inglewood in Chicago. It's a very messed up environment. Same place where Chief Keef and all those drill rappers emerged. Have a school, an all-boys school, that's very prosperous out there. These things don't get addressed and stated in the news. This is why, for us as black people, and primarily, especially the so-called black man, it's up to us. You can't complain about not getting enough media coverage, and then you have all these pseudo-neo-pro-black Negroes out here who overcompensate for this Afrocentricity role that they play, but they just do it from a superficial place. They just do it out of a place of ego. They don't do it out of a place of progress. Unfortunately, that's the case for the vast majority of them, because they talk, but they don't do shit. They ask for donations and Patreons and GoFundMes, and you see the situation with Zaza Ali scamming the fuck out of these other black women, and you see that's exactly what I'm talking about. You see how a gerbil like academics could sit here and profit off of dysfunctions like he did in War in Chirac and monetize off of that. You see how a dude like that can sell y'all these bullshit stories and even be an accomplice to dudes like Takesha Takaki 6ix9ine's imprisonment. And I don't feel bad for that dude. Out here, you got a little Mexican or Mexican Puerto Rican dude out here saying nigga casually in his songs, and trust me, they use words like mayate, which I have my own personal theory on what mayate really goes, what the etymology and the origin behind mayate is, which I believe has to do with saying something disparaging about the indigenous, the aboriginal Mexicans in southern Mexico, or talking about people in the area, the indigenous Belizeans and the Guatemalans, because you even have, and something I learned recently about the Guatemalans, there was like an indigenous melanated group of people in the Olmec civilization or the Mayan Empire called the Kaminajuhu, melanated, negroid features and all. And this is what I believe mayate really derives from. Really just shitting on people from southern Mexico who are indigenous, melanated, aboriginal, and down from there to like Guatemala and Honduras. I mean, even Dr. Sebi's from Honduras, even though he looks like, many people think he was like an African brother, but that's my point. Just to be self-educated, do your thing, promote and love yourself. Apply yourself to supply your wealth. Just like my shy OG GLC once said. And that's how I'm going to end off the video. Peace out. One love.